My name is Chelsea and I study at Notre Dame in Sydney. Well, I went to mid-year conference in 2017 and I think I'd never really thought about the role of prayer in my life. Like, it was something that I did and that was cool, and I knew that I had to do it as a Christian. But I didn't really think of it as something that could move mountains in the same way that maybe the disciples could back in the day. And then after that, I decided to pray for half an hour every day in the morning and then in the night. And I feel like I just saw everything change in that whole year. My church community has always been a bit hard, and a lot of churches are, and like, that's fine, we're all just people. And at my church, it was a bit more like high school, I think, and like, it was very cliquey. We had people leave because it was so sort of segregated. Yeah, it was really difficult. There was a lot of relational rifts at the time. And so my friend and I just started praying like every day for our community. We set a goal that every night at 7 p.m. we would just like pray for our community, and we would like text each other no matter what we were doing. We'd be at a bus stop and we'd put our head down. We're like, just pray and like text each other and be like, yep, we're praying. We'd be like at a sushi train praying. Yeah, and it was crazy because our community completely changed in a year. Like, it pretty much doubled, and like, I mean, like, numbers don't mean anything, but they're like a good litmus test for how we're sort of vibing together. And like, there's a real sense of community. Like, it used to be a place where I would go to just like put energy into, and now it's a place where I go to get energy from. And I didn't really think I would have that in a church, but it feels so much like a family now, which is, yeah, just incredible. One of the relational rifts in our church was actually one of mine. I had a big falling out with a friend like quite a few years ago, and she said that she like didn't want to be my friend anymore, and that that like if we saw each other in church, we wouldn't like talk to each other. Like, she was happy to be near me, but she did never want to like interact with me again. And so I spent about a year just trying to corner her back into friendship, like signing up to the ministries that she's in, like trying to like coerce her out for coffee. And yeah, and I really thought that was probably a lost cause. And then I came back from NYC and I prayed for her a bit reluctantly, I think, or even resentfully, because I think I maybe didn't even want to reconcile at that point. And yeah, and a few weeks after I got back, she asked me out for coffee, and then we got coffee and read the Bible every 2 weeks for the last year. She'll probably be one of my bridesmaids. Like, it's just amazing, I think, how God will work, and you think something is totally irreparable and He can still repair it, which I think is really important to me when everything just seems so broken all the time. And yeah, the Old Testament has a name for God, which is Jehovah Rapha, and that's the Lord that heals. And I think that I've really seen that in this past year.